NFL Week 17 against the spread. Washington, Dallas. Dallas favored by 6.5. Washington is they're not a formidable team right now. They're not somebody to take seriously, but it is Christmas and players are playing with some sort of pride. So I'm actually going to take the Commanders. Lions at Vikings. Lions favored by 5.5 points. Max Brosmer, J.J. McCarthy. It doesn't matter who it is. Detroit has just been punched in the face over these last couple of weeks, and I do think Dan Campbell will finally have his team ready to play again. The last game of Christmas. Broncos Chiefs, 12.5 points. I don't even know who the quarterback is for Kansas City. Aludicon. Doesn't matter. Because this is the only game, the last game of the season for the Chiefs where they actually have something to play for. Texans at Chargers. Chargers favored by 1.5 points. Two of the hottest teams in the AFC over these last couple of weeks. And when I just close my eyes and I think of these teams, I think of two amazing defenses. But the differentiator right now is how Justin Herbert and that offense is playing with no Joe Alt. So I'm actually going to take the Chargers. Ravens at Packers. Green Bay favored by 2.5 points. Is it going to be Tyler Huntley? Is it going to be Malik Willis or Jordan Love? I don't know enough about this game, so I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to take the 2.5 points on the Green Bay side. Cardinals at Bengals. Bengals favored by 7 points. 7? I've bet on the Cardinals for 4 weeks in a row and it hasn't worked out. I'm going to do it one last time. Steelers at Browns. Steelers favored by 4.5 points. Look, this is the clinching scenario for the Pittsburgh Steelers. All you got to do is beat the Cleveland Browns right here. As much as I hate it, I think this is the clinching spot for the Steelers. The Steelers cover. This game at 6.5 points is reminding me of Colts-Seattle. When Indianapolis and Philip Rivers first started, had to go into Seattle, the points were 12.5, and Shane Steichen knew exactly what he wanted to do. He wanted to be efficient with the ball, run the ball. So I think it's the same scenario here. Bucks at Dolphins. Bucks going on the road, favored by 5.5 points. Look, the Bucks are just playing really bad football. In Quinn Ewers' second start, the Dolphins at home cover the points. Patriots at Jets. Patriots favored by 12.5 points. If it is Brady Cook, I'm just going to take the Patriots. Seahawks at Panthers. Seattle going into Carolina. They might have the clearest identity of how to beat a team on the road, so I'm going to take the Seattle Seahawks to cover 7.5. New Orleans going into Tennessee. New Orleans favored by 3 points. Tyler Shuck, dude, playing good football these days. I think you have to buy what you're seeing. Chris Olave is one of the best receivers in the NFL this year. I'm going to take the Saints to cover. Giants at Raiders. Raiders favored by 1.5 points at home. I saw a stat that the Raiders have won 3 games over the last 2 years at home. And if that is true, which it might not be because I might have got, but if it is true, that's insane. I'm going to take the Raiders to win at home and cover the points. Eagles at Bills. Bills favored by 2.5 points at home. When I close my eyes and I think of this game, Josh Allen, the last time he played the Philadelphia Eagles, he had 2 rushing touchdowns. I think Josh Allen finds the end zone again, so I'm going to take the Buffalo Bills to cover the points. Bears going into San Francisco. San Francisco favored by 2.5 points. I just don't think they have enough to play for right now. They're already in the playoffs, so when I think of this matchup, I'm going to take San Francisco to cover the 2.5 points. The LA Rams versus the Atlanta Falcons. The Rams favored by 8.5 points. Going into Atlanta, 8.5 is just a lot of points. Give me primetime Kirk.